Hello YouTube, this is Justin Game 44 here, and today we're here at a SpongeBob review episode, The Nighttime Pattern. Warning, this will have spoilers in the episode. If you haven't seen the episode, I do suggest you do watch it, because it is funny to watch. So, until then, let's begin. This episode begins at Glove World at nighttime, and they just got kicked out because it's closing time. Patrick and SpongeBob are pretty much tired but also hungry. Patrick is just to go to the Krusty Krab, but SpongeBob said, it's nighttime. It's closed. Patrick says the night ship and everything, and they went, and SpongeBob said, I didn't know we had a night ship. And pretty much, a lot of people are saying from the graveyard ship all the way back in Season 2, and pretty much when it's talking about the night ship, that Mr. Krabs put one, but just to let everyone know, this show doesn't really follow continuity unless it wants to follow continuity. And it's not really, unless it just pretty much closes, unless Mr. Krabs stopped closing the night ship and only stick with the day ship until he brought it back or something without SpongeBob knowing, or Squidward, so that way it would have been easier having the same employees for both day and night. Besides all that, let's get started what goes on. We're seeing a bunch of characters from Rock Bottom, and we're also seeing a bunch of characters from the SpongeBob movie, the monster ones. We're seeing some characters from Sandy, Treatum the robot, when Idiot Boy. We also see the Valentine's Day guy. We see many familiar characters from many older episodes. It's actually really great to see these types. Anyway, besides all that, we pretty much get to see the cashier, who is pretty much a Squidward girl person, who's kind of like a little monster type, but she's pretty much a way more better cashier that's like, have some type of accent. I don't know exactly what her accent is. Is it cowgirl or something? I don't really know. But still. She is actually really funny and enjoyable to talk to, and pretty much what happens in this episode is also Nosferatu comes back as well, a little animated, like they actually can make him move a little bit around, and he's pretty much the manager, that's nice. And we actually see him time and time again, which a few times throughout the episode, so that's great. But besides what goes on, the point of this episode is where basically SpongeBob broke the guy's hand by accident by squeezing it too hard, so he has to go to the hospital. So, what goes on for the rest of the episode is basically simple. SpongeBob has to make food. He tries to make Krabby Patties, but sadly they get ruined. Well, not ruined, no one really likes them. The cashier says, "Don't you dare, you try and poison us!" and just throws them over the grill and they get burned, and they pretty much become smoked patties. Well, nighttime patties, I think they were called. Besides all that, nighttime patties were pretty much everyone loved, which is just basically a black steam, like black smoke of them. Everyone loves them, though. Besides all that, the next part is basically simple. The fisherman comes back, everyone, and he's robbing everyone, and pretty much Mr. SpongeBob actually saves the day and put him into the fryer trap, which he turns into a pretty much fry, I guess. Besides all that, everyone says, "What are you doing? He works here. It's a part of tourism." Everyone kind of gets mad at SpongeBob, and he actually does laws like the fisherman. But the fisherman saying it's actually okay, because you actually had good fishing skills. So that was great. Anyway, what happens for the rest of the episode is, well, the fisherman and everyone saying, "Our newest member." What's your name, Sport? SpongeBob. SpongeBob! Anyway, what happens next is basically simple. They're all pretty much going back to leave the Krusty Krab, because now it's closing time and Mr. Krabs come in, everyone is now gone. And everyone is saying, "See you later, SpongeBob, for another night ship." Mr. Krabs is though saying, "We don't have a night ship." And SpongeBob is now thinking it was just a dream or something. And, well, another reference, it turns out this is another Tire Zone episode, which that's another Easter egg to another SpongeBob episode that was on the season as well. Amazing. Which, this is a reference from the Twilight Zone and everything. From an old black and white TV show that was years ago, many years ago actually. Besides all that, this was a really great episode to watch, and it was very enjoyable. I love all the Easter eggs of the Rock Bottom and characters from the first SpongeBob movie that were all the monsters. It was really great. It wasn't actually scary, but it was really creative that they brought back so many characters for the background, and actually made the fisherman into an actual character, and just pretty much made all the older characters even back, as well, like Nosferatu the vampire guy. And it was just really great and fun to watch. I have to give this episode, I don't know exactly what to give it. I think they could have did a little bit more, but I'm giving it a 9 out of 10. only because I just felt it weird that they split like half of the story in half thing with the fisherman, and then with that. I mean, I kind of just don't get that. That just seemed like more of just putting more characters in. But still, this was a really great episode. Until then, I hope you did enjoy this video. But this is Justin Game 44 signing out. Until then, I'll see you all later. Bye.